Here's to a brand that stands for standing out, to a deep-rooted performance heritage, a brand built on 80 years of innovation, passion, authenticity, a brand with the inherent belief that your vehicle should move you in more ways than one. This brand, this family, always looks ahead and forever has your back. Mopar, at your service.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the head of Mopar, Pietro Gorlier.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us today. As every year, there is so much excitement and energy in this hall. Likewise, there has been a lot of excitement surrounding Mopar this year, as we have celebrated our 80th anniversary. Back in 1937, the words Mopar and Pulse were combined for a line of antifreeze products. What started out as a simple desire to bring quality automotive maintenance products to market evolved into a revolution. For 8 decades, Mopar has been a brand that has fueled the passion of car enthusiasts, challenged the status quo on the racetrack, and allowed die-hards to customize their vehicles. And even after 8 years, there is no slowing down. We continue to bring new parts, accessories, and performance packages to the market. And once again, we have several more surprises tonight. So let's start. Last year, we unveiled the Crate HEMI engine kits. And if you were here, you might still have the ringing in your ears from when we fired up the engine on stage. It was actually the first time, probably, that an engine was fired up, an engine on stage here at SEMA. You also might remember that we had my good friend and star of Graveyard Cars, Mark Worman, on stage with me. He showed us just how easy it was to add the engine to his CUDA. I'm happy to say that our Crate HEMI engine kits are an overwhelming success. But because Mopar is a brand known for never being satisfied, we wanted to build on that success and take things to the next level. And that's what we have done. Let's welcome today the 707 horsepower, 6.2 liter supercharged Crate HEMI engine kit, the Hellcrate, that you can see in the Mopar garage. Never before has anyone offered a factory direct 707 horsepower plug-and-play solution. To help us go through the details, let's bring Mark Worman back in this video.
So I just got off a phone call with Bill back at Mopar. Seems they would like us to build another car form for SEMA 2017. The world-famous Hellcat. They've now got that available in a crate engine. The Plymouth Superbird. They only made it for a few months. It was a 1970 model car. Now fast forward almost 50 years. The Hellcat engine is a small block, and it creates 707 horsepower to the rear tires. So this is going to lighten the car up by several hundred pounds and increase its horsepower to the ground by at least 500. So this thing's going to be absolutely wild.
Ready?
Do it. Yeah! You know karate? I know karate.
Now let's welcome Mark Warman on stage.
Pietro,
Hi, Mark.
how are you?
So you did it again.
Yes,
Right.
we did.
Did you have fun?
I beg your pardon?
Did you have fun?
Oh, we had a blast, yes. Well, it's always panicky because you guys like to give us 3 or 4 weeks to get it done. So, but once we get past the nerves and we get to start working on it, it was a great time. Dave did an amazing job. Will in the paint shop. Everybody really came together on this car. I hate to confess that the plug-and-play computer was the easiest part of the entire build. The hardest thing was getting that Hellcat engine underneath the hood of the Superbird because of the blower that's on the top, or supercharger, I call them, blowing from the old school. It made it so tall when we shut the hood down, it was hitting. And so we decided that we were going to lower the cradle down 2 inches to give us a little bit of gap. So if you look, there's actually a spacer. On the next one, we'd pre-engineer that into the K-member. But yes, it was a blast to do, and when we started that thing up, that was real. That was the first time, and that was just a couple days before now. So we were very glad that that thing was running.
So the plug-and-play concept works.
Oh, the plug-and-play concept, perfect on that. Just amazingly, we were just as astonished when we started up our CUDA last year. No problem at all. We plug it together and we think, oh, sure, yeah, that's going to work. And it does. So when we finished this, him and I crossed our fingers, he hit the key, and bam, it started right up. It's like, how you love it? So we did one in Chris Jacobs' car, the 68 GTX. Same thing. It takes us a lot less time to wire that thing than it does to put the engines in them.
So, talking about your Superbird that is actually there in the middle of our stand, let's talk about your obsession with green.
Oh, I see where you're going with that. Okay, it's cool. You're referring to last year's build.
Yeah.
Yes, that was FJ6 Sassy Grass Green. That's a much darker, more of a M&M green. This is the FJ5 Limelight Green, considerably different. I don't know if I would say I'm obsessed with green. Here's the truth. I'm colorblind as a bat. You want to hear it? You want to break me down in front of 1 million people? I'm colorblind. So green is one of the few colors I can see. So I love all the shades of green.
So at least you understand that he gave me a lesson about all the greens in the history of Plymouth, Dodge, Chrysler.
FF3, FF4, FF5, FJ5, FJ6, yeah.
So as I said, Mark's Superbird is on the floor, so be sure to check it out later when we are done with the press conference. But
I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. I know we had a little bit of pushback on our social media when we announced it today. It started life as a Plymouth Roadrunner, and we converted it to look like a Plymouth Superbird. So as you guys know, I'm an OEM nut, so I probably wouldn't do that to a Superbird. But right now, if you went out, you could order that car, that's the way it would look.
Great. And thank you again for coming out at SEMA, and also having been, again, the first one to install our Crate HEMI kit in a car. I also want to thank you for being such a large supporter and advocate of the Mopar brand, and we have a little surprise for you.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah, we really consider you one of the top ambassadors of our brand. So to show our thanks, this is an award that we are gonna institute this year as the 2017 Mopar Brand Advocate Award. Congratulations.
That's awesome.
Pure Mopar.
I love it.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for what you do for the brand, and thank you for the help.
Later, I'm doing the karate lessons in the back.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you.
It is just great. It is just great to see the HEMI family grow year after year. We have many other products, many other powertrain products on display at the show, and they are available right now. So please take a look, and obviously we are ready to take orders if you want. We know that there are a lot of you out there with classic vehicles, and we are here to support you with parts and accessories, just like we support vehicles coming off the production line today. And by the way, don't forget to stop at the Pennzoil display, where our crate HEMI will be fired up every hour, just like church bells. Now, let's move from the track to the trail and to another big surprise. While our lineup of performance parts help drivers excel on the asphalt, it is our rugged parts and accessories that help boost performance on dunes, rocks, and trails. This year, Jeep Wrangler was honored again as the hottest 4x4 SUV of show. It is the 8th consecutive year for the Jeep Wrangler to be awarded that trophy. And I would like to thank SEMA, not only for the award, but for what they do for the customization market. Because as you know, at Mopar, we always feel at home when it comes to customization. Our authentic components help our Jeeps traverse streams, conquer dunes, and stand up to places like the Rubicon Trail and Moab. So from winches to off-road fenders, to rock rails and wheels, at least 98% of Wranglers built are outfitted with at least one Mopar accessory or Jeep performance part. For instance, take a look at the Jeep switchback concept on the floor, on my right. On it, you can see a sampling from our Jeep performance parts portfolio. And just like every off-road fan, we are so excited for the imminent reveal of the all-new Jeep Wrangler next month in Los Angeles. This is why we invested 100,000 hours of planning, design, engineering, prototype, testing, and validation to prepare these parts for the market. And here they are. The full portfolio of accessories and Jeep performance parts for the all-new Jeep Wrangler that will be launched next month in Los Angeles. And better yet, these parts and accessories will be ready to go at launch. They are made by the same designers and engineers who made the new Jeep Wrangler, which of course means they have a perfect fit and finish. Our Mopar parts undergo the same extreme testing as the vehicle itself. These parts are not simply carryover. These are not parts you can get from anyone else. These parts are built specifically for the all-new Jeep Wrangler. They are OEM. This is what puts Mopar parts and accessory in a standalone category, building parts together with the vehicle. And we are not done yet with surprises. As I said, I know the excitement for the imminent release of the all-new Jeep Wrangler is everywhere. I cannot reveal anything too specific about the new Jeep Wrangler. But my friend, Mike Manley, the head of the Jeep brand, he can. He has a special message for SEMA attendees.
Well, thank you, Pietro, and I'd really like to thank the whole Mopar team for an amazing job. Well done. Well, as Pietro mentioned, we're working hard to prepare for the launch of the all-new Jeep Wrangler. And this vehicle beside me is actually one of the camouflage units that we're currently testing. You know, I learned many years ago that Wrangler owners are amongst the most passionate and loyal customers in the world. So when we began redesigning the new Wrangler, we knew we had to walk that fine line between making significant improvements but staying very true to Wrangler's soul and, of course, its legendary 4x4 capability. Now, part of that soul is Wrangler's amazing versatility. And this is why we've worked hard with the Mopar team to develop the most comprehensive and reliable lineup of accessories and Jeep performance parts ever created for the Jeep Wrangler. And frankly, there's not a better audience than you, the expert crowd at SEMA, to allow a first look at this new parts portfolio. Now, not only do you know and love parts, but you also know and love the Wrangler. And as a token of our appreciation for your enthusiasm and support, I'd like to share with you something very special. Now, I know here today, Pietro has revealed all of the accessories for this new Wrangler. But as a thank you to you all, I'm now going to reveal the first official Jeep images of the all-new Wrangler. And I hope I get to see all of you at the LA Auto Show for the live reveal of this phenomenal vehicle.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you. Well, I mean, the first official images of the all-new Wrangler dedicated to you here at SEMA. And this is just something exciting and unique for us at Mopar to work together with Jeep and team up to launch this iconic vehicle. Well, a moment like this certainly deserves a toast. Please meet us for a cold beer at our 1937 Dodge parts truck built by the Tommy Pike of Tommy Pike Customs, and it also just happened to be powered by a Mopar crate HEMI. But first, always remember, it is Mopar or no car. Thank you.